All eyes on the ticking clock surrounding the abortion debate. The deadline for the Supreme Court to decide on the availability of Mifepristone is midnight tonight. The FDA's approval of the abortion drug was struck down by a lower court earlier this month. Joining us live to talk about the impact, Noreen Farrell, Executive Director of Equal Rights Advocates. Noreen, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate you being here. I think the thing that's concerning is a lot of women here in California go, this court decision isn't going to impact me. But that's not the truth.
That's definitely not the truth. Unfortunately, we are in uncharted territory, but this is a federal court, Supreme Court decision that can most definitely affect every state in the nation, including California.
Can you talk about how the impacts that women would see if this goes through?
Well, look, the court has a couple of options. It could let the stay of the Texas court decision expire, and it'll remove the drug from the market. And that will affect California immediately. I think California has a couple of options. There are other FDA-approved medicated abortion options, and Governor Brown has indicated that he will increase the supply of that availability of that drug in the event that our hands are tied by this federal court decision. We certainly know that the state is taking steps to provide access to other types of reproductive health care options for people who can become pregnant. There's about 15 bills going through the California legislature right now to do that. And California has also committed to protect the privacy of both medical providers and people coming from other states who want to come to California to have abortions. But this has really an incredible amount of impact in California, and 5 million people receive medicated abortions through the particular drug that's an issue in this case. And you can imagine that there are many strategies that are being formulated to respond. But it's a concerning moment, not just for women, but for anybody who can become pregnant in this country.
Well, that's, you talk about that there are other ways and other pills available, but some of those pills, doctors have said they really have impacts on women. They're painful, they cause severe bleeding. There's just so many more side effects and complications. Governor Newsom announced last week that California would start stockpiling. He secured an emergency stockpile of up to 2 million pills of Mifepristone, the other abortion drug that we're talking about here. But this isn't the ideal solution, as we just talked about. And I also want to talk about if they stop the mailing of these pills, that's also problematic and can have a real impact on communities because women have to take time off work to then be able to go see a doctor instead of receiving these in the mail. Can you just walk us through? There are real implications, especially for lower income communities.
Yeah, I mean, obviously removing the mail option will have incredible, tough consequences. People have to take time off the work. They have to pay travel costs to get to a medical office. They have to endure the stigma of going out in the public to seek an abortion, which people face every single day. And so the reality is that we're effectively, step by step in this country, removing bodily autonomy and reproductive choice from the people that can't afford to access care in other ways. And those are the people that Equal Rights Advocates is focused on, and making sure that we're coming up with solutions and fighting the legal fights that we need to protect those most vulnerable and low-income families and people that are making these decisions.
This drug also used for women going through miscarriage. And if this goes through, all kinds of challenges are potential to the FDA's approval of medication. So we're walking a very fine line here. Noreen, we appreciate you being with us today and walking us through some of this. We're going to keep an eye on this case and the Supreme Court's decision. Stay with us on air, online, and streaming 24/7 on CBS News Los Angeles for updates 24 hours a day.